Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next day of the group stages for LCT Season 1, I would assume. But yeah, we're here with the second day, as I mentioned. Oh my god, this is going to be awful for me, because I have to literally do everything. But we're here with the matchup between Reverie and PT. Both of these teams playing against each other, where the winner will move on to the next stage of the group stages, whilst the loser will be moving on to the lower brackets. So far, I believe we are waiting for the picks and bans, which should be coming in sooner rather than later. So how is everyone doing today? And another thing I'm going to mention, the map picks and bans have already been decided. Moonlit River Park was banned away, whilst Red Church was picked. And it is going to be the PT Survivors first, and the Reverie Hunter as well first. So, the Reverie Hunter, I know quite a fair bit. Aris, very good sculptor player, very good bonbon player, can easily play both of these hunters, especially on Red Church, where it's such a close quarters map, where both of those hunters are really, really good. So, I believe whenever we're ready, we can get into the picks and bans shortly. So I believe we may be going into the picks and bans now. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so we are going into the picks and bans now. So we are going to be seeing the Reverie Hunter banning 2 survivors. I imagine there'll be survivors that'll do relatively well. So against the Sculptor, possibly Priestess and Aquarium, first 2 bans. We could see a Seer ban as well. Seer does get banned quite a fair bit. Even though recently I haven't really been banning Seer often in competitive, but yeah, so 60 seconds for each phase. And it is going to be a Merc and Priestess. So yeah, this makes sense as well. Mercenary, very good rescuer against possible Sculptor pick, and then Priestess, just a menace in general, as we are now going to be seeing what the first 2 survivor picks are. So what I would expect from PT here is possibly to pick characters that'll do well with Flywheel, especially Antiquarian. We could see a female dancer just to slow down this Sculptor player, or even Bonbon player. So I feel like Antiquarian. So it's going to be a Barmaid first pick alongside, I believe, someone. I don't know who. I'm not sure who the second pick is, if there's even a second pick. Okay, they are still thinking about the second one. They are very much struggling with these picks here. The first pick they did was pretty quick, but let's talk about the Barmaid real quick. So the Barmaid against a Sculptor can be really good, especially with the chip damage, can heal chip damages. So they may even go for a Doctor if they want to go for a full-on healing comp. But I don't know if the Doctor would really make much sense even into a sculptor, since her kiting ability is so dreadful. So yeah, we're still waiting on this second pick here, and if there's not gonna be anything, and okay, so it's gonna be a cheerleader. Okay, so cheerleader also makes sense as well if you want to gain a lot more distance. And yeah, instantly we have the next band. It's gonna be Sia. So yeah, like I mentioned, cheerleader. Very good in terms of creating a lot of distance away from the sculptor. But the cheerleader also has to make sure they don't run into the sculptures as well whilst they're trying to create distance. But on this map, cheerleader can be really good here. So the third pick here, but yeah, okay, yeah, the Seer, again, like I mentioned, Seer pretty solid against sculptor, especially on the rescues too, where the Seer can use his owl to give him like an extra chip. And we're still currently waiting on the next pick, and that is going to be the Antiquarian. So the Antiquarian, again, makes a lot of sense, especially if they want to start supporting the anyone in that chase. I would probably say the next survivor pick should probably be female dancer, or possibly. Okay, so first officer is another good ban here. Getting rid of the 2 prime rescuers, I think, is very, very good for Iris here, and I think now should probably be the female dancer, maybe entomologist if you want to have like a little bit of extra kiting ability as well. But realistically, I think female dancer would be the correct pick here, unless they want to go gravekeeper, journalist, who can. And even then, journalist isn't really that good, so I'm not entirely too sure what they're gonna be picking here. So I would probably like maybe say it could be a female dancer or entomologist. One of the two at the very least. As we're waiting for a fair bit here. Yeah, we're still waiting on the yeah, only a couple seconds left, and otherwise it might just be. Oh, that's yeah, so that one was banned. They tried to pick FO, but turns out that's banned away. But yeah, it looks like we just might be just. So yeah, it looks like PT is going to be forced to play as Lucky Guy. So yeah, it looks like it is going to be the fourth and final pick. Unfortunately, will be Lucky Guy. Lucky Guy. I mean, this is what's defaulted to. Unfortunately, they did take over 60 seconds, so it will be the default to Lucky Guy. I mean, Lucky Guy doesn't really. I mean, it kind of works. It's really weird. So they've kind of been very lucky with this, considering. Yeah, considering Lucky Guy can hold 2 items and can be a solid-ish, like, survive. I don't know. It's really weird. It's a really weird one. But we are gonna be checking the. What the personas are going to be very soon. So yeah, a Lucky Guy being forced in as the fourth. Definitely one is not like the other. Definitely. But no, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they manage to play around this Lucky Guy, since they said it's kind of whatever. Like, apparently it works for them, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how they are going to be able to deal with the Lucky Guy pick. So we're still waiting for the builds to be locked from the Survivor side. So, yeah. Just still waiting. Okay, I think they're getting told how to do the build, the lock-in builds thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so Cheerleader's gonna have borrow time and broken windows. Lucky Guy's gonna have borrow time and broken windows. The Antiquarian and Barmaid we do not know yet, but I assume it's gonna be put in very soon. Alright, Antiquarian's also gonna have broken windows and borrowed time, and then what's the barmaid gonna have is the question, because if the barmaid also brings borrowed time, then there's gonna be no one with Tide, which is gonna be interesting. Okay, so it is also gonna be a 3-9 build for barmaid, so no one has Tide on this build, on this comp, so that's gonna be interesting. I would imagine that maybe they could have gone with a rescuer, a Tide build for Lucky Guy, but I guess not. I guess they're really trying to play for the extra distance that they get from broken windows. And so we are going to be seeing the Hunter lock-in now. I do expect a Sculptor. I do expect a Bomb, one of those two at the very least. So I feel like that'll probably be the play here. Although there is a lot of support potential from the side of PT here with the Lucky Guy and the Antiquarian, as well as the Cheerleader, as well as, yeah, even with the Barmaid too. Like, there's quite a varied amount of support here, so it'll be interesting to see how they play around with that support. And oh no, that's not it. And it is going to be a sculptor pick. Not surprising there. The man is a very, very good sculptor player. And we are going to be seeing what they're going to be bringing as well. So we are going to be seeing what Iris will bring along here. But yeah, so waiting on the build for the hunter here. As in our rules, you will have to say the build of your hunter as well, so this will be Vivi just told me don't say, just stay quiet. I'm not sure what else to say though. It's very difficult to multi-manage like a load of things. But yeah, no, like I'm not sure what else to say. But yeah, like okay, let me think of a topic. I need to think for the topic here. Koa. Alright, Koa. How's Koa been for people? Anyone watched it? Anyone been shocked by any results yet? Because I haven't seen much. Okay, so we've got the actual builds now. So we've got the trump card and the tension build for the sculptor, which makes sense. And we are hopefully going to be in the match very soon. But yeah, we're just waiting for the one of the members to ready up from the survivor side. Once we once they ready up, because they're gonna need to ready up. Yeah, just okay. There we go. Now it's start. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna be heading into the lobby, which we won't show just yet, but we will be showing the the area selection once we do get into it. Yeah, I'll be honest, I do not like multi-managing commentary and streaming. It's just a ball ache. I'm so glad I'm gonna have fucking commentators for the next, like, 2 matches, though, because I cannot be fucking bothered to commentate and stream at the same time. So we are going to be heading into the area selection now, as we're going to be seeing the lucky guy going into church, the antiquarian over at the wedding area, barmaid over at shack, and then cheerleader unsure as to where they're going to spawn, by the looks of things. Well, it looks like they're going to be spawning in the corner. Not the best spawn for cheerleader. I think they could have just spawned on the side, but we are going to be seeing where they're going to select. Yeah, as expected, we are going to be seeing the sculptor spawn right over below the cheerleader, and I do expect the cheerleader to possibly be first chase here, just so they can get rid of one of the arguably only kiters, other than possibly possibly over the antiquarian, but we are going to be heading into the first round, first half of Reverie versus PT, as it looks like, yep, as expected. Now, okay, so there's cheerleader putting herself in such a really bad area, because, yeah, again, this is such a bad area for cheerleader. I'm not entirely too sure what she's trying to do here, breaking that part there to gain some distance, and now going to be going over to rest. Going to be using a cheer already, and oh, good dodge from the. Oh, that will be the first sculptor hit already, but good dodge at the very beginning to not get hit by the sculptor vaulting over that window, and going to be getting the next chip, and that could be the down. That is a very quick down, and we're going to be seeing the cheerleader already on this chair. Cypher progress, barmaid was at 50%. Antiquarian had only just started a Cypher, and then Lucky Guy roughly about 50 to 40% as well. So, a very quick down for the sculptor here. Very good chips to make sure she could not get through that pallet. And the question is, what are the rest of the team going to do? Are they going to be selling? I think they might just be selling, and I think the sculptor instantly knows that they're going to be selling here, unless we're going to be seeing the barmaid try to take the long route, and yeah, instantly seeing the barmaid, but yeah, going to be keeping a very safe distance to make sure that none of them can go in for the rescue, and yeah, and it just looks like this is not going to be a rescue that's going to be able to be made. We're already seeing the barmaid, you know, toying around the area, but there's just going to be no way. It was such a fast down that I think they're just going to cut their losses, try and go for the maximum, which is a possible 3-man, and now we'll see barmaid do a brand new Cypher over at the corner, and now already Lucky Guy, did they break it? I believe they did not, actually. So, they weren't able to break the breakable wall in first breakable there. So, a little unfortunate there. That could have actually been pretty solid. But, yeah, good dodging from this Lucky Guy here. Oh, yeah, again, very good dodging. Will be getting hit, unfortunately. Interestingly, went for a charge attack here. Again, some good dodging maneuvers from the... Yeah, going for this, can I get the... Oh, no, doesn't, it's not able to get it, unfortunately. Let's see if they go for a second shake. They will go for a second shake, and they are trying to play around some walls here. Will not get that hit there. Very good. Yeah, this is the thing with Broken Windows. Broken Windows is so powerful, with this. Oh, very good from... Yeah, this rebound kite has been phenomenal. Already at 1 Cypher remaining, and then this already... What looked like a, you know, a winning position for Sculptor instantly becomes a miss blink. Wow, okay, that is actually kind of shocking. We are going to be seeing the Sculptor actually, no, sorry, the Antiquarian coming in for the support, which is really strange. The fact they weren't able to get it. We'll get the... Oh, that is brilliant from the, Sculptor here, trying to pressure that Cypher, and... Now, can they get that? No, they aren't, and it looks like the Barmaid will be healed in time. They are going to be forced to use their Dovlin. Can they make a new Dovlin in time? I believe they will be able to, so... We'll dodge the Sculptors very, very well, and right now, the key game here is just heal for this Survivor side. While Barmaid tries to kite out for as long as possible. It is going to be very difficult. Good Sculptor hit. Going to get the regular hit. And... now, Barmaid once again using her Dovlin. Gonna get the hit there from the Sculptors, and Barmaid's doing such an incredible kite here. Lucky Guy now starting that new Cypher over at the first breakable area, and can they catch up? I don't think they caught the Barmaid. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. Are they gonna... This is where it gets interesting. For Iris here. Question is, can Iris really, get this quick down? But it doesn't look like it. Yeah, again, very good dodging from the, a very good perfume. Yeah, very good perfume. And this has been very, very tough, for this, Hunter here, who had a lot of the control early on, but as of right now, very good Sculptor hit once again. But yeah, with what they have seemingly... Oh, very unfortunate there. We'll get the... Can we get the... Again, another hit from the... Oh, and Antiquarian is down, but they're just going to pop the Cypher anyway, so they have most likely put themselves in a tie position now, and will be chasing the Barmaid into Shack, and I don't know if the, where is Dungeon? I literally forgot. Okay, so it's at Graveyard, so... And it looks like they are going to be trying to make their way over to the dungeon. And it looks like, yeah, they're going to be making it to dungeon. And that is going to be a 3-man escape for PT. Very excellent from the 3 PT survivors to get, you know, something out of this. And, yeah, phenomenal from... PT survivors. Very unfortunate for Iris here, not able to capitalize on such an early down, which is very unfortunate. But unfortunately, that's unfortunately just how it's gone. And now the Reverie survivors do have a lot to do in this next half. They need at least a 3 out to have a chance of at least tying this round and getting a round 3 in their favor. I believe they even picked the map as well, so PT possibly going into this with their own map pick in round 2. And if they win this, then this will be really, really good for PT here. So we are going to be heading into the picks and bans once again. This time it will be the PT Hunter, who only needs 1 kill to tie it all up. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the PT Hunter will pick here, or as well as ban. I feel like they could possibly I mean, in my opinion, they should just be banning the most, like... Okay, so yeah, we're going to be starting now, and yeah, we're going to be starting with an Antiquarian and Priestess ban. Very solid bans, especially if you want to make sure you get at least 1 kill. Both of the survivors are really, really good. Now we are going to be seeing the first 2 picks from REV. So they need to try and pick a comp that will allow them to gain as much distance as possible. Now, I don't remember what this person plays, and it is going to be a female dancer and cheerleader. So female dancer, very good support. A cheerleader, also decent kiting. Where it looks like... Yeah, I mean, that's what I expect. Like, probably thinking it might be an opera singer. Again, I don't know who their PT Hunter plays. So we're going to be getting the 3rd ban for the PT Hunter. I imagine they'll want to maybe ban Mercenary, if they want to get rid of a solid rescuer. Possibly... And, what? Okay, well, they're going to be banning Mercenary. So, as expected, the Mercenary being banned here makes a lot of sense. Very good rescuer, very solid. And Reverie is going to instantly counter that with a Thirst Officer pick. Again, very solid rescuer, especially, you know, gone up so much in the meta, especially for the likes of an opera singer, for the likes of, you know, anyone else. And now we're going to be seeing what the next and final survivor ban for Team PT will be, and I imagine that maybe they just ban, like, a lawyer if they want to, like, decrease the coding, and they're gonna ban aeroplanists. Okay, so it's a strange ban, considering aeroplanists on this map I don't think is actually that good. So I think that is a bit of a throwaway ban here. Maybe this is in relation to them playing opera singer. They don't want to deal with... Unless it is a, you know, a purposeful ban. You know, Kiar, one of the members of Reverie, does play airplanes really, really well. So that's probably what I'm suspecting, is it is a targeted ban on Kiar's airplanist, even though, again, airplane's not the greatest on this map. I find him to be a lot more, you know, better on other maps, and it is going to be the Seer. So Seer is going to be the final pick. Very strong team, actually. You got a very strong rescuer, very strong support in female dancer and Seer, and then cheerleader just running around the place being a headless chicken is probably what they're best known for, but again, can be strong if used correctly. So it's going to be interesting to see what they're also going to be locking in build-wise. So, yeah, we are going to be waiting to see what the builds are going to be. So, I don't know why my stream just, like, lags. It shouldn't, but if the VPN ain't doing shit, I don't know what's going on. Let's just put it that way. But on my end, it seems okay, at the very least, I guess. Unless it is also a black screen for me. Fucking hell. Ah, whatever. Yeah, fucking hell. Okay, and my okay, so it's fine on PC for some reason. I don't know. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know what's going on. But and we are going to be seeing their Hunter lock in very shortly. And it is also going to be a sculptor. So interesting that this is a sculptor mirror match. That's interesting. I remember when I went against this team, like, I think it was, like, in the Wisteria tournament. I think it was very similar, like, this team. Like, it was very similar players, pretty much the same-ish players. They went with the Hermit, I assume, to, like, mirror match it? I'm not entirely too sure. But I don't know if it's the same person. But it is going to be an insolence detention rather than trump card and detention for the sculptor here. So I don't know, that's definitely interesting to say the least. Well, the stream has difficulties. Oh god. Of course it does. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna quickly stop the stream and then I'll restart it. Alright. Hopefully we are back. I do not know if that has helped with anything. I'm gonna need, like, a lot of people to tell me if that's helped with anything, if that's done anything to change it or not. I don't know. Hopefully it's fine. If not, then that is just unfortunate. As we are going to be heading into it now. Let's just hope the stream is fine. Let's just hope it is. Because if it isn't, then I got no clue whatsoever. No clue. So we are going to be seeing Tide on the first officer. And interestingly, they've gone with Flywheel for Seer, and then Broken Windows with Female Dancer and Cheerleader, which means everyone is also on borrowed time, so... that is going to be the build, and as mentioned previously, we will have the build. So it is going to be a... it looks like a different spawn point this time around. It looks like the... no one is spawning over at Wedding. Okay, never mind. So no one is spawning over at Shack. Okay, so depending on where this hunter spawns here, it does feel like that no matter what, either Cheerleader or... okay, so yeah, once again, very similar matchup here. But rather than the Cheerleader spawning over on the corner, this Cheerleader going to be spawning over at second and third breakable, as we are now going to be heading very shortly into the next half of Reverie versus PT. First round, second half will be starting right now, as it looks like we are going to be seeing the Hunter going for this Cheerleader. So, as expected, we're going to be seeing that. Unless they want to go for this Female Dancer here, actually. And that is what is going to be happening here. This is... and going to be stuck on this... yeah, going to be hit there, and not a good start for Kiar here, but at least, you know, setting down the slow box to slow her speed as well. Going to be moving away, but again, going to be, and yet managing to dodge all those sculptors as well. So very good dodging from the Female Dancer here. Can they get the very good from the gonna be brilliant owl from the Seer, and now gonna be blinking onto the Female Dancer, and Female Dancer will be down. A longer kite than the previous one, but now the Cheerleader gonna be taken off that Cypher, as I believe there is a chair there. Yes, there is. So, yeah, Cheerleader going to be forced off that Cypher, as less progress is going to be made here, as we are going to be seeing the Sculptor just chasing away that Cheerleader, not allowing them to even come forward. As it looks like maybe they're thinking of going for a... sell, maybe? I'm not entirely too sure. It's interesting. It looks like Cheerleader is waiting for something. I'm not sure what's going on here, but looks like Seer will not be getting shit damaged. Alright, so... and now, yeah, instant detention. This is what, these teams, and yet they can't rescue now. Cheerleader has unfortunately fumbled that rescue, and now this puts Reverie in such a dangerous position. They're gonna need to try and do 3 ciphers within that time, and whether Seer can go do a very similar kite or not is to be seen. But yeah, Seer now being chipped here. See it maybe going over that? No, I guess not. Okay, so we'll be really... oh, brilliant juking from the Seer to not get hit there, and playing around that last cipher there. Interesting to see a slow volt, but it works in his favor. Yeah, Seer is doing a fantastic job of trying to get... can they get their last owl in time, though? Are they going to be... not going to be able to get over, and that's going to be a terror shock for this Seer here, and right now it looks like Cheese, who is playing first officer, is going to be, trying to finish that middle cipher off at the very least, and yeah, gonna be taking off that, and very good dodge in there. Now gonna be instantly using that watch to try and get in as much as possible here. And chip damaged. Can they get the rescue off? They can get the rescue off. Will hit the first officer, and now everyone is damaged. Cheerleader trying to... And yes, it can't do much here. Everyone is literally a chip away, and they're going to need to focus on healing. They're going to need to try and go for this heal here. This is too risky for anyone to realistically come in now, and they do need to try and find a way to... And yeah, that has already found the, yeah, this is not looking great for... Can they get the rescue off? Cheese will actually go down, and now... Seer needs to just last as long as possible. Going for the flywheel, missed the hit! Gets the hit again. Can they pop it in time? Yes, they can. They pop it in time, and that is going to be... And, yeah, it looks like the Seer, have they got another owl to play with? Now, yeah, okay, so that will be the down. But very fair play to the, Reverie survivors. They are trying to hold on as long as possible. They will lose round 1, but at the very least, they will get 2 out of the gate. And while that is a round 1 win for PT, Reverie are nowhere near out of it. So fair play to both teams there. Fair play to the Sculptor for playing really, really nicely, as it is now a 3-5 scoreline in favor of PT. As now we are going to be waiting for the next picks for the maps, as I believe we are going to be seeing Reverie doing the map bans. So PT winning Reverie's map pick is really, really good. So we are... Yeah, we're just going to be waiting. But yeah, we saw the Seer's Owl can be used to great effect. We also saw, unfortunately, Kiarch went down too fast. Especially not down too fast. I mean, he got hit way too fast. I don't think he should have stayed around. I think he should have tried to, at the very least, place down 2 boxes, both at each of the pallets, rather than just placing 1 down. But it looks like they are going to be banning Chinatown. So Chinatown is going to be the map ban from Reverie, as I imagine we might just see an Eversleeping. That might be the call here from Reverie to from PT to possibly play on Eversleeping, as it could work for them. So it looks like they are going to be picking God knows who. I don't know. It looks like they're gonna be picking Lakeside. Okay, so it is gonna be Lakeside as the next map. So interested to see. Lakeside is a map that you can do a lot of stuff on, especially with the likes of Toy Merchant and Patient, Acrobat as well, if you really want to go for that. But yeah, very big map as well. So maybe they do have a hunter that can traverse the big maps very well. So yeah, it'll be very exciting to see who we will be seeing. So yeah, what else? What else can I say? Yeah, what else can I yap about? Okay, so it looks like, okay, so yeah, Reverie is going to be picking the faction as well, and they choose to go Survivor first. So they did pretty well, for all things considered. Very similar situation. It's just that the PT Hunter was able to capitalize more on the early down than the Reverie Hunter. But looks like we are going to be going into picks and bans now, I believe. I think. We'll just have to wait and see here. But yeah, how is everyone doing so far? Enjoying it? Oh, okay, now we're getting into picks and bans. Yeah, save that for later. So, now getting into picks and bans, as we are going to be seeing the first two bans, once again, being Priestess and Antiquarian. Priestess on this map can be a dangerous threat as well as Antiquarian. So, that is going to be that. And we are going to be seeing the Gravekeeper and Toy Merchant picks. So, Toy Merchant being picked first too. I think it's okay. As long as you are able to support properly. Ignore my bad FD. Oh, well. Yeah, well. It wasn't great. Let's put it that way. So we are going to be waiting for the Hunter bans now. So yeah, waiting on the final ban, and they're going to be banning Violinist. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if this Hunter plays Violinist or not. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I have no idea, to be quite honest. But who knows? Who knows? And it is going to be a Seer ban. So the next ban is going to be Seer. Seer, once again, pretty solid, as we saw previously with the owl being used to help the female dancer there. Once again, we're going to be seeing the next survivor pick. Alright, so hopefully we're back again. Hopefully it should be fine now. I don't know if it will be, but I don't know. Who knows, man? Who knows? But it is going to be a psychologist pick going into the next one, and then it's actually going to be an Embalmer ban. So Embalmer being banned away, very strong ban. Especially you know, trying to get that one-man escape, which is going to be very necessary, I think. So next, so the final survivor is going to be someone. I am not entirely too sure. I have no idea. And it's going to be Acrobat. Okay, so Acrobat being the final pick here, I think makes a lot of sense. I would have actually liked to see possibly a Patient rather than an Acrobat, but Acrobat does make a lot of sense in that whole thingy-mabobber. So I think makes a lot of sense. Alright, sorry about that. So it looks like the Hunter will be Clerk. So Clerk is going to be the new Hunter. Okay, so Clerk will be coming out. Clerk is really, really good for this situation where you need to get as much 4K potential as possible. And although her chase is not the greatest, they can definitely... Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Sorry about that. I am trying my fucking hardest not to get distracted. Because, like, yeah, it's very difficult for me to, like, both commentate and stream at the same time. So, yeah, that's basically how it is. So, we are going to be seeing a Flywheel borrow time for Toy Merchant and Acrobat, Gravekeeper with Tide Turner and borrow time, and then for Psychologist, it's going to be Broken Windows and borrow time. So, it's interesting they've gone for Flywheel over Broken Windows here. Broken Windows would have actually been very good, in my opinion, for the survivors here. Hey, I mean, Father Milk, if you want to come in and commentate, you're more than fucking welcome to, because at this fucking point, I am literally dying over my words as well. Like, I am dying over my words here. But, yeah, hopefully the stream is fine. I think I know the issue with the black screen, and it's not on my end. So, like, I think it's on user end rather than my end. So, we're now going to be getting into the, Tahiri selection, and it's going to be straight down the middle. Clerk going under Gravekeeper. Not the greatest, admittedly. Gravekeeper can, in fact, kite out a... Gravekeeper very well, but we are going to be heading into the second round, first half of this game between Reverie versus PT. PT in the lead by 1 round, 5-3, as it looks like we are going to be seeing them going after the Gravekeeper first. Again, very unsure as to why that is, but maybe there is a method. And yeah, instantly going for this map control here. Maybe going right for Psychologists, unless they're trying to see if there's the Toy Merchant around the gaff here, but it looks like there isn't going to be. So, yeah, it looks like it is going to be a Toy Merchant... Sorry, a Psychologist chase now, and... Going to be going for a red light trick here, even though the Psychologist is just way below deck here. And, yeah, now going to be dropping down, so... gaining a little bit of extra distance here. Can they... I don't know if they should have done that. Yeah, that is really, really bad from the Psychologist there to throw down that pallet, essentially giving away her free hit, now getting rid of that catapult here, as right now the Psychologist just hanging around here, seeing if they're going to be able to get out of here. Will be going out through the back end of the boat. As now, are they going to be making the same mistake here? No, they're not. They're just going to be dropping down here as they're making a lot of distance here. And now, this is the exact same place. Oh, can they get there? Or not getting the hit there? I'm going to get the hit. And that's going to be the, yeah, and yeah, this is the thing. Like, Psychologist not having a good time there. One cipher is at least been decoded. Now it's being 2. And right now, this is such a... This is where it gets very difficult for the survivors. Especially if they're not careful. Cheese is going to come in straight away. And yeah, once again, Kiar decoding a little bit of that cipher. That cipher will be locked off once it is done. And yeah, Cheese needs to be really careful here. So they don't get hit here. Yeah, they are going to be able to... get hit out of their shovel here. And now, question is, can they get the rescue? Yet they will get the before half rescue. And again, this is, yeah, like using that pallet drop recording in her favor. And yeah, so far I think now they're just gonna need to sell the psychologist has unfortunately not been able to do much here, and unless they want to go for another rescue, in which if they do go in for another rescue, this is where I think the drafting could have gone a fair bit differently. They could have tried to lock in someone like a prospector, or maybe, you know, like this Acrobat here. The Acrobat, I think, will get the white bomb in. Interesting, because that's not gonna do anything. And now, yeah, the Acrobat is just, like, stranded now. Psychologist is going to be dead on chair. Gravekeeper will be able to complete that cipher at the very least, but bit of a late recording there from the clerk, actually, but now I'm going to be playing around this little loop here, as it looks like this does look like a tie game. We'll be having a pallet breaking, and gonna be getting the hit in, the blink hit in, and that's gonna be the pop, and that is. And now this is where it gets really difficult for the survivors. The survivor that gets chased here, which is gonna be Gravekeeper. Actually, I think Gravekeeper needs to get in his shovel. Yep, there we go. So he needs to get in his shovel, try to make sure that he doesn't get hit way too early, because if he does, then that is going to be really, really bad for the survivor side. But it looks like, can Gravekeeper get over this? Yes, he can. And now it looks like Gravekeeper going to get on boat. No, going to stay around a little bit, and it's where it gets so difficult for the survivors. Looks like Acrobat is going to be forced to decode that gate. With his slow gate opening speed. Now, it will be the toy merchant to, open that gate. This should maybe be a tie. I don't know. Looks like Acrobat will be... Yeah, this isn't, yeah, Kiar's just staying there. He does have a catapult to work with, but can Kiar get it open in time is the question. I don't think he's going to, yeah, not going to be able to get it open, and now going to be forced to leave the premises, running into the Acrobat. This is why Clerk is so good endgame-wise, and now flywheeling over there, and we'll get that, and yeah, Kiar's going to go down now, and I think, can they get the rescue off in time? Yes, they can. Will not be able to teleport over to that chair. Now, this endgame is going to be so difficult now. Looks like, who are they going to go for next? Are they going to go for the Acrobat or the Gravekeeper? They need to go for the Gravekeeper. Yeah, they're going to go for the Gravekeeper now. And yeah, this is so difficult for these survivor players here. I think yeah, it's going to be so difficult now. We'll get hit, and that's just good. Yeah, they're not going to be able to rescue them in time. Okay, we'll be able to rescue them in time. And yeah, this is going to be so difficult, because I think one of them should at the very least be... Maybe? Can they get out? No, they can't. Wait, no, I think they can. They've managed to get out, and that is going to be the tie for the Reverie survivors. That got very, very close there to being way more than just a tie, and that could have been a lot worse for Reverie, but Reverie have a little bit of luck on their side as they get the tie, and it's now up to the Reverie Hunter to change their fortunes within the game. So fair play to Reverie for dealing with such a difficult Hunter to play against, especially around about endgame. But the one main focus I want to take away from this is the Psychologist. Unfortunately, Psychologist just allowed a free hit as well as a free recording. You cannot be giving away free recordings like that. It's just not, it's not worth it. Like, at that point, you need to play around the palette and not just throw down the palette. But at the end of the day, they did manage to get the tie, even if it was really, really close. So fair play to Reverie. Very well done to the Hunter for you know, getting that real close, especially with the Cypher Rush that was happening in and around the game there. So yeah, now we're gonna be seeing the Reverie Hunter go up next. He needs at least a 3k to win this round, and a tie to at least go to round 3. Anything less than a 2k will mean that PT will move on to the next round, and Reverie will go on into the losers bracket. So overall, phenomenal performance from both sides in that round. Literally could have gone anyway. Literally could have gone anyway, as it looks like we may be going into the picks and bans very shortly here. Now waiting for the waiting for the picks and bans to start, I believe. I believe we are going into picks and bans now, so yeah, just waiting on that part. And now we're going to be seeing the picks and bans. So yeah, for PC, Barmaid and Cheerleader are global banned. For PT there, so we won't be seeing any Barmaids or any Cheerleaders for the remainder of this game, whether there will be a remainder of this game. So it'll be interesting to see what Iris picks here. Whether he'll pick the Bonbon, whether he'll pick the Sculptor. I feel like they may not ban Sculptor simply because of how big the map is. So we are going to be seeing a Priestess and Seer ban as per usual. The standard, the absolute bog standard of picks and bans as per usual. And now we're going to be seeing the first 2 Survivor picks coming out from the PC side, and they are actually going to be banning Sculptor. So interesting that they're going to be banning the Sculptor here. Sculptor, from what I can imagine, I don't know if they're good on Lakeside. I've never really seen a Sculptor on Lakeside in most times, and they are going to be picking Embalmer and someone. I don't know who. It's someone. An Acrobat. Okay, so Embalmer, Acrobat, 2 very strong picks, especially if you really want to try and go for the 3-man escape, Informer can just coffin someone, bring them to one of the gates, or even onto dungeon, to be fair, if they do manage to find dungeons, so... And they are now going to be banning Toy Merchant. Very good ban. Toy Merchant can be a bit of a menace on this map. As we saw previously, not much of a menace, to be quite honest. I felt like the Toy Merchant on the previous map didn't really have... I don't know, there wasn't really much support in terms of catapults. But we are now going to be seeing a Prospector. So Prospector's an interesting one. Maybe I think I'm going like full support for this one, but going a little bit of support. Now they're going to be banning First Officer, so First Officer could be, this could be anyone. Who knows? We could be seeing an Opera Singer, which wouldn't be the worst pick here. We could also see Bonbon too, which is probably as expected, considering the First Officer ban actually would make sense then. So now we're going to be having the final pick, and it is going to be a Merc. So, answering back with that Merc pick, and... now going to be... yeah, not banning Opera. Yeah, previous round, the Reverie Hunter did play Sculptor. I don't know if the Reverie Hunter plays Opera Singer or not. I don't actually remember. I know they've tried it, but I don't know if they've actually, like, played it competitively before, so... it'll be interesting to see if they will. I'm pretty sure you already have my number. I'm pretty sure you already have it. And it looks like it is going to be a... Acrobat and Prospector are going to be having Borrowed Time and Broken Windows. Merc is going to be having Tide, and Embalm is going to be going with a Tide and Broken Windows build. So Embalmer is going to be having a Suicide build here. And it is going to be an Opera Singer. So, as I kind of expected, the Opera Singer will be coming out for the second round. Which, all they need is a tie. And I think Opera Singer, a tie for Opera Singer is maybe expected. I've not seen Iris play Opera Singer competitively. I know I've seen them play a little bit in, like, practice and such. And even with the little experience they have with Opera Singer, they have done really, really solid with the Opera Singer. So... I'm gonna invite them now. So yeah, we will just be waiting for the survivors to come in. So remember, the win condition for Reverie is they need a 3k or more to win the round. A 2k will be a tie overall. The CCB match is indeed tomorrow at 4 PM EST. CNCE is also tomorrow, but that'll be at 10 AM Eastern, so... yeah. CNC's match is going to be quite early for a lot of American players. And then the final matchup of the entire group stage will be C3 versus AA. And it looks like someone's IDV is not working properly. That is interesting. So yeah, it's going to be taking a little bit more time to get their game working. Oh, and it looks like, okay, they're back in. So they've now got 3 out of the 4 members here. And for the opera singer, I believe it was, let me check again. It's detention room card. Okay, that makes sense. So it'll be interesting to see how Iris is able to do. With the opera, I'm actually quite intrigued, to say the least. Alright, we're going to be heading into the lobby now. As we are going to be seeing the Reverie Hunter put on the opera singer. And maybe... we may see this go to a possible round 3. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so glad I'm getting commentators for the next matchup, because fucking hell, I can't talk and manage at the same time. It's so fucking difficult for some reason. But now we're gonna be seeing a very... okay... a lot different from the previous team. Going to be seeing 1 over at Small Boat, 1 over at Shack, 1 over at Big Boat, and 1 over at the bottom over at Big Rock. So it's interesting, to say the least. And they are going to be spawning right next to the Prospector and Acrobat. 2 very difficult chases. I mean, overall, if the Opera Singer can catch up to them, like, pretty quickly, I think we can, you know... you can do it from phone easily. So we're going to be heading into the next half of the second round, as we're going to be seeing the Opera Singer go towards this Acrobat here, and yeah, already we're seeing that it's going to be, yeah, they're not moving as smoothly as one would assume, and yeah, going to be slowed down by the white bomb here. Now, yeah, this doesn't seem, and yet, now, are they going to be, oh, very nice. Not going to be able to make that dash there. Not on full presence. We'll be getting their first hit whilst Prospector is on 40%. So is Embalmer, and so is the Mercenary, I would think. Prospector now on the, oh, actually, very nicely done from the Opera Singer here. Can they get over? Will get the hit. and that will be a down. Alright, so yeah, looks like they are going to be heading over to the Prospector. Now going to be heading back as Prospector will going to be using one of the... Can they get the hit? Will get the hit onto the Mercenary. Good body block from the Mercenary. As now, I think we'll expect to see... Yeah, again, just not moving smoothly whatsoever, and now we're going to be seeing more support coming out from this Prospector, and yeah, Acrobat has just moved away very quickly, but the Opera, if they can get their little dashes back up, we can, you know, eventually see that they will catch up really, really quickly. Can they get the hit? Will get the hit, and will actually be, Yeah, this is, it's really good for Opera Singer, actually. If they do focus on this, Acrobat, it could lead to at least a tie, which will give Reverie a really good chance to go into round 3 and maybe sneak a win. But yeah, everyone is going to a different cyber, and it looks like Embalmer will be the one to come in here. As now Tinnitus is up and available for this Opera Singer. As it looks like the Opera Singer needs to try and get a Terror Shock here. Will not go for the Terror Shock. They needed to go for the Terror Shock there, otherwise it just wouldn't have worked out. Will actually have their attack recovery broken here. They will have... And yeah, this is... Can they get the hit? Yes, they can. And now that will be the first down. First dead on chair for the Opera Singer. And now the question is, are they going to switch to teleport? No, they are not. So they are going to be trying to take this tie here. So at the very least, they can try and get into the 3rd round and hopefully deal any sort of damage here. But it looks like they may have found the red trail. Yes, they have. So they have found the red trail here. And yeah, that's going to be the down, and that is going to be the tie. We're going into round 3, looks like. Unless Mercenary is going to try and do something here? Yeah, it looks like it's a mad dash to the Yeah, not going to be enough, unfortunately. It will be the tie. We are going to be going into the next round. Yeah, phenomenal performance from the survivors there, as well as the Hunter. So it is a 4-4 round, as we are now going to be heading into round 3 with a 7-9 scoreline. It is really, really close. It is really, really close. I Do you think now we might see possibly going into picks and bans soon? Right, there we go. All right. So you're going into the next round where it is all to play for in this round. And it looks like PT will be banning the map. As well as picking their faction for this round 3, and Reverie will be picking this map. So hold on a second, let me just check something. So it looks like all maps are now going to be available. As well as the fact that all maps so it will just be Reverie picking, I believe. Honestly, please, if you're in the server, just get in a VC. I will literally just drag you into the tourney VC. And hopefully there is a change of commentator. I fucking hope to God, please. All right. Just gonna quickly give the ID to. Yeah, so you will be seeing BT commentating, so I am gonna be muted and I will get them in the stream as soon as possible. Goodbye, people. Thank fucking God I'm not fucking commentating because I cannot fucking multitask.
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me? Fantastic. Let's go. I'm here to ease the workload. I definitely won't commentate like crap. All right, I added you. Let's go. It was a very interesting round two to witness. Gotcha. Thank you. So it does look like we are going to see a sub out of Pueris T, Original Hunter. Maybe an attempt to surprise Reverie survivors. Oh, interesting. And they're going to be swapping their hunter to survivor. Dual faction player. Yeah, very interesting. Probably looking at a chance to hold on to their lead here. And we are going to be seeing Puerto's survivors going first here against Reverie's hunter. Yeah. Map ban is going to be arms. Map pick's going to be ever sleeping. That's an interesting pick. Round 3 ever sleeping can definitely be very strong for survivors and hunters, especially with global bans stacked up on top of each other. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of matchup we're going to see with the scraps left over after global bans. Yeah, so far on the global bans, I'm seeing a lot of support heavy characters on Rev's side. As for Pro RT, I'm seeing a lot of honestly support characters on both sides. Very interesting. Yeah, it's hard to think. Okay. Yeah, so we are going into bans and picks here. Um, but other than that, it does look like Puertis survivors, I believe, are going for yeah. Um, I believe Reverie only has one hunter, if my facts are not mistaken. No, they have two hunters. Okay, I'm tripping. Um, but no, this is going to be interesting. First two bans from Reverie's side is going to be Priestess and Merc. Priestess and Merc, very, very, very crucial bans on Ever Sleeping here. Priestess, obviously, everybody knows you don't want to get portaled and kited for infinity. Hate that survivor when I'm playing Hunter. Merc, just an overall safe ban for rescuers with the elbow pads. After his nerf, it does make it a bit easier to catch him. So we could see it would be possible to see a chase on Merc if he was picked, but he's banned. Let's see. They're gonna be Puertis survivors here going to choose to ban Sculptor and Opera, which I think is a very interesting choice considering it's Ever Sleeping, and they were able to tie against the Opera. I don't entirely agree with that ban, but maybe they have a plan here, something up their sleeve here. And then they're going to be picking aeroplane. Those are pretty heavy support on the rest of the Yep. Looks like is going to be just keeping their foot down on the rescuers, banning first officer next. So that's Priestess, Merc, and first officer. They're really going for I'm guessing preventing as many tides as they can here. It's a very interesting strat. Probably just to make sure that they can guarantee kills to give them a lead, to give Reverie a lead here in round 3, since they are a little bit behind. And they're going to be picking Painter. A lot of support, very heavy support. With Arrow, Dancer, and Painter, it's gonna be interesting support from Dancer and Painter because there are quite a few tricks you can do with Painter on Ever Sleeping. Of course, you can put a painting in front of the tram and be a little bug, be a little insect, and just drain the last mental stability of the Hunter here. An anti-ban, last ban there from the Hunter, I believe. Yep. And then we're going to be picking Mechanic. Wait, what? Mechanic? That's interesting. Because if she gets found out, she has to be phenomenal at hiding here, especially on Ever Sleeping, where half the map's out in the open, the other half the map's covered in buildings. You just have to be super careful about getting caught out in the open here, because if it's a hunter with a lot of mobility, you're going to lose the only little bit of decoding progress you get from picking Mechanic, and then it's just going to all go into the toilet there. So you really got to be careful with the Mechanic pick. It's really a desperate pick, if anything, here. They're probably playing into something bigger with the painter, the aeroplanist, and the dancer here. I'm a bit worried for Puerto survivors here because one misstep will just throw it all away. But I'm guessing they have a solid plan if they're going to be picking Mechanic, who's arguably one of the weakest decoders now in the meta, with obviously people like Lawyer, people like Composer. You know, it's just that the debuffs she gives her team is unfortunate. It's going to be a bonbon variant. You could definitely tell. My mic's fucked. Is it fine now? Hello? Oh yeah, my bad. But they are going to be locking in Survivor builds, and the Hunter is going to be Bonbon from the Reverie side, which is very interesting. It does seem that Puerto might have been leaning into that with the Arrow and Dancer pick here. And obviously the anti-ban could have suggested that, but obviously anybody bans anti, that Survivor is broken as hell. And it does seem like we are going to get into it here soon. Just, man, it is a very, very interesting comp here. And my IDV crashed. Let's go. But, yeah, against Bonbon on Eversleeping, I feel with the lack of mobility, they might be, like, I don't know, lack of mobility with their Hunter. It's gonna be an issue against both Dancer, because Dancer is a huge counter. Because it allows you to dodge those bombs so well because he places them so slow. And it's really hard to get good chain bombs as Bonbon when you're in a Dancer slow box, because obviously you throw them slower. It's just the Reverie Hunter is really, really going to have to focus on getting a good pick as early as possible, preferably avoiding Dancer, and honestly, going to have to look for that mechanic there. Because chasing First Officer isn't the smartest as Bonbon, just because it's harder to hit chips. You can make guesses, but it's smarter definitely to chase the mechanic, try to search out that mechanic here as early as humanly possible. And it does seem like we're going to see broken windows on most of them. Oh, wait, they're missing their... No, never mind. Yeah, broken windows on most of them. No, broken windows on all of them. Wow, very interesting. And we are going to see a Sui build on the mechanic, who is sporting an S badge. I guess they're trying to lean into the comfortability of their Survivor main here. But once again, if they get caught out early, they will have to bank on the lack of mobility from Bonbon here. But yeah, let's get into it. Going into spawn picks here. Oh, that is okay. There we go. I was like, I don't think you want to put your decoder in a corner, especially at 11 there. That's going to be really dangerous. So pretty standard spawn here. The only issue is obviously if the Bonbon spawns above mechanic, Painter will be spawning so far back in graveyard he won't be able to escape. Oh, and we are going to see a spawn above mechanic. So the reason you don't want to spawn in graveyard here specifically is just because it puts you so far back when the Hunter spawns above you by Dancing Geisha and by Graveyard Dungeon spawn. It's just going to put you so far from any windows or pallets. It is a good thing it's a Bonbon, so lack of mobility will be the saving grace for this painter here, but we are going to have to see who he decides to chase overall. And it does seem like he's making a straight beeline for the mechanic here, who he does see instantaneously because of the mechanic not getting the spawn here. Is going to choose to drop the bot here. Will he see it? Does have the time to he does come in his camera view. Maybe he saw it choosing not to, which might be smart. Oh, there's a lot of Dancer boxes set up here, and both pallets are dropped. Very good support from this Dancer. It will allow only one ship to be enacted here on the mechanic here. Ooh, late pellet drop from the mechanic. She will be taking a hit and forced to rotate towards her aeroplanist Cypher. Oh, this is quite an early hit here. Mechanic's only saving grace here is going to be the fact that Bonbon is carrying teleport and not blank, with confined into detention, which is a very, I want to say, aggressive conservative build, kind of like a mix in between. Just because that is going to be a down with a beautiful chains bomb from Iris here, and that's going to be a chair on the aeroplanist Cypher. So as we said, even with the lack of mobility, I feel like they could have spent more time by the boxes because you're already on your female dancer Cypher, right? Why rotate to an aeroplanist Cypher? But Iris, once again, beautiful chain bombs, really pushing out there, forcing, knowing that it doesn't matter how long it takes because she is pushing the mechanic onto other people's ciphers, even with that dancer support. So Aeroplanist is giving Tinnitus here wonderfully. I wonder if they're going to. Oh, Tinnitus is lost. I wonder if they're going to go for a sell here. Yeah, the mechanic bot is decoding beautifully, so it does look. I believe they're only missing. No, they're missing no. No, they are missing one cipher, and it is the cipher that Aeroplanist was decoding. So that will. It looks like it's going to be a sell. They really don't have a choice, but to sell here just because of the early down, and they don't know trait. Bonbon gonna take this time to break the boxes here, and I don't believe anybody can pick up the mechanic bot until they're out of their items. So it should be fine. But it really in the mid game here, it gets to the smart thing about selling, right, is not only do you not know trait, but it makes it so that they have to either use trait like this to get a chase, or they have to just look for people forever. Oh, beautiful chips. Oh, Painter has to avoid the chip. Avoids the chips beautifully here. Is going to be able to get that painting, I believe. Does avoid the time bomb here. Is going to get that painting. Probably going to try to place it as far away as possible. Has to be careful when he places the painting. He is going to be stuck in animation, so he won't be able to. Oh, beautiful avoidance by Iris here. That was good stuff. Now, the issue with placing a painting against the Bonbon is it's the chips can hit you when you're placing a painting because you're stuck in animation. It takes you like a second to drop the painting. You're standing still, right? But Iris, ignoring all of that, beautifully shifting the camera to just get that hit on Painter, and then going to use it. Oh, Aeroplane is going in for a very early rescue here, which is what you want to do against with Painter, and against Bonbon, just because you don't want to give him time to set up that bombs. I believe he's just going to take a chip here. Oh, taking 2 chips there, and Painter's going to die to the chips. Oh, this is very, very bad for the survivors because the cipher they are missing. So Dancer has picked up the mechanic spot and is going to be trying to finish her cipher here. But the issue is she's going to have to focus on decoding that while, I believe, going in for a rescue here. If they want to get this potential tie here. We do see Dungeon is at Graveyard, which might come into play later. I don't even think Mechanic will make, or sorry, not Mechanic, Female Dancer will make it. I believe they're going to have to sell here. I'm not too sure. Because, yeah, she gets caught out. He just hits her and then teleports. They are going to have to sell here. A painter with a painting left, at least they do. The saving grace is they know where Dungeon is, and they have the cipher about to be primed, I believe. Yeah, it is primed. So it is going to be primed here. They are going to have the bot just pop it automatically. But as we said, detention, confined, it's a really, really, really strong, whatchamacallit, build here. It is going to be able to chip out that mechanic bot here. Wait, a possible dungeon kite here. No detention, or sorry, no blink. I do believe, yeah, they wouldn't have made it there. Oh, why are you the vaulting the window? That is going to allow them to get this dungeon here. We will be congratulating Puerti on the tie here, as well as Iris. Beautiful chain bombs. Really, whatchamacallit, exploiting the fact that he caught out female dancer early and was able to guarantee that kill on Painter. Really a safe tie. Obviously, Bonbon is a Thai character, but the fact that it was played so beautifully, almost close to a win there for Reverie Hunter. But as we said, yeah, it was just the mechanic getting caught out there. But beautiful back step from Percy Survivors with the phenomenal counter of that. Just the cell, forcing out the trait. It was just, applause all around for that round there. Let's see. I do believe, what's the score? If it was round one. Very interesting. Score's like what? 9? No, I'm tripping. I'm tripping balls. The score is a number, I think. I'm sure one of the teams is in the lead. 9 to 11 in total is 11 in favor of PT. I would assume 11 is in favor of PT because they got quite a. Yeah. All right. Thank you. So that is 11 in favor of PT to 9 for Reverie, which means a tie would tie it up for them, right? I believe that would still, because they won round one, they won round two. That would guarantee the win for Puerto for rounds. But if Reverie survivors here do 3 escape Puerto's Hunter, that will be, I believe, overtime. No, wait. That'll be them winning points. And then a tie would mean a win for PT, right? Because of the rounds, because they won round 1, they tied round 2, and this would be a tie round 3. Did they win round 1? They did, right? Yeah, they did, because Reverie's Opera Singer got a tie round 2. So yeah, I believe, I might be wrong on this, that if PT does get a tie here, they will get a victory. But if Reverie gets a 4 kill here, or sorry, 4 escape here, then we will be congratulating Reverie. So really down to the potential last match here. A 3 escape, not a 3 escape. Yeah, 3 escape is needed to continue it at minimum. But a 4 escape would guarantee the victory here. Yeah, that was a very, very good match to watch. That was nice. Good stuff. But let's see here. So permabans on top of the other 2 are going to be Aeroplanist and Dancer. Very, very strong survivors, Aeroplanist and Dancers. So we are going to get into Reverie's, or sorry, not Reverie's. Well, yeah, it's Reverie's ban picks too. Porti's going to be banning 2 survivors here. But yeah, it was crucial that they get that tie there. Because I believe if they got a 1 man out, I believe they would be looking at having to get 3 kill here. We are going to see Porti's Hunter ban Gravekeeper and Priestess. So yeah, once again, as we talked about, that Priestess on Eversleeping lives up to her nickname, a roach. Just with whether it be chasing, whether it be supporting, like whether it be you don't have teleport and she brings the person you're chasing to, Timbuktu. It's so annoying. Annoying is the right word. Yeah, I was going to say, I believe Gravekeeper is permabanned. So it is going to be Arrow and Priestess. Actually, no, wait. Arrow is permabanned, is it not? No, I'm tripping. Okay, no, I'm tripping. Wait. No, I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. It is going to be an Arrow and Priestess ban here on the Priority Hunter side. Yeah, because Aeroplane, they picked Aeroplane this last round, so of course it wouldn't be perma-banned because they're on the same team. Very interesting now. But that actually can be a bit of a misstep. Because obviously bans are always like, a window to looking into what hunter they're gonna play. And banning Gravekeeper and Priestess, that might I'm not too sure what this hunter plays. But it does seem with especially the arrow replacement, after finding out the grave was global banned, maybe an opera singer here. Yeah, we are going to see a Hermit and Nightwatch ban on the side of Reverie Survivors here. So Opera Singer is available. Ever Sleeping, not her best map. Of course, there's all that open space by Graveyard. But once again, if you just stay away from there, much like whatchamacallit, words, things, like you would with Brick and Wheel, then you really don't have much time. And also, Opera Singer's just ridiculously strong and fast. It's going to be a very interesting matchup if we do see that Opera Singer lock, which I would love to see. I love watching Opera Singer gameplay. I know it's repetitive. I know people are going to be like, oh, we always see Opera Singer. Everybody plays that character. She's so strong. Yeah, but she's so fun to watch. Zooming around the map. Ante and Barmaid pick. I believe I wouldn't pick Barmaid against an opera because obviously you get hit, you drink, then she is right behind you and just breaks your neck, right? They might be leaning. I am not aware of this Puertis Hunters pool, so but it could be a Dream Witch. They could be like Reverie Survivors could be leaning into a Dream Witch, is what I mean. On purpose. Let's see here. But yeah, as I said, I would want to see Dream Witch gameplay, some Opera gameplay, even maybe a bit of maybe some clown gameplay. That would be awesome to see. We're going to see a mercenary ban here. So definitely leaning into the opera singer here, I believe. Could be a multitude of other hunters here. Obviously, let's see what the first officer pick. They might be pushing into Dream Witch here. First officer and Barmaid and Ante, huge Dream Witch counters here. Maybe a push into the character here. Once again, I have no knowledge of Puerti's Hunter pool. But it does seem that way with the picks. We are going to move on to the last Survivor ban on Puerti's side, and then the last pick. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of what hunter they're going to play. A bit of a guessing game here. Interesting. Apparently, we're going to see a prisoner ban here, which honestly is fair. Prisoner is quite annoying both to chase and to deal with. We are going to see a weeping pick from Reverie Survivors here. I believe it's either a Dream Witch or Opera Singer. I may be wrong. I have no clue. I don't know their hunter pool. But banning Prisoner is definitely a choice. That's a choice. Obviously, I'm sure everybody has that specific survivor they ban just because they keep meeting the people in rank. You think you're never going to meet them because nobody plays the character, but then you meet a full team of it, 4-man team, and they play that character. And then you just lose the will to live, and you close IDV, and you set your phone on fire, or you set your PC on fire. But Prisoner is definitely an interesting choice here. Honestly, is that? No. Dreamwitch doesn't really have to worry about Prisoner just because you have multiple leeches and you can just go around the map breaking the connections. Who's worried about? I mean, maybe a clerk, I guess. A clerk would be worried about a Prisoner, maybe. Maybe a bit of an undead, I don't know. We're going to see the Hunter lock here shortly, so we will be able to confirm or deny my suspicions here. Because me personally, I would love to see a Percy gameplay. That'd be awesome. On Eversleeping too, great map for him. He's not obviously the best hunter. He's a terrible hunter. But who knows? Maybe Puerte's got something up their sleeve. Wax Artist lock. That is something. Wax Artist does counter Barmaid and Merc. Or sorry, not Merc. Invisible dude with the watch. First officer. But the prisoner ban, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because if you block a cipher, they can still put pressure on that cipher with a connection, but then you can just break the connection. So I'm a little confused on the ban there, but maybe it's some past trauma. Who knows? But a Wax Artist pick from this side of Puerty Hunter. It's going to be very interesting. Very interesting to see. Comp for Reverie Survivors is going to be First Officer, Weepy, Auntie, and Barmaid. I very rarely see a Weeping ever, like just in general in the game. But I guess if he's good at his controls, he can dodge the wax. The biggest counter here is going to be that Antiquarian, obviously, as always. But with Barmaid, obviously, you do a drink, you get frozen, you get to taste concrete, and then you get put on a chair. You're really, with Eversleeping, it's really going to be these tall walls in places like Graveyard, Fake Gate, and whatchamacallit, by Corner House. Not Corner House exactly, but Fake 11, stuff like that. But it's going to be a very interesting choice here. My IDV is crashing like a million times a day. I just had to load back into the game. Gotcha. IDV is being very silly lately. We're going to get into spawn picks here. Once again, this is a Wax Artist versus a Barmaid, Antiquarian, First Officer, and Weeping Clown. Reverie Survivors against Puerte's Hunter. In the potential last match here, we are going to see some picks. Ooh. Interesting decision to put Barmaid up there. I did not get to see Personas, but if that is a trump card, that will be a constraint, or just putting one in constraint either way will be very interesting here. Very interesting. So first officer mid, Antiquarian probably banking on spawning 2-story upstairs. Who's he going to be chasing? The Weeping? Oh, going for the Anti. Anti will be spawning down downstairs. Looking for a trail. Does catch the trail of the first officer quite early here, but it is a first officer here, so we'll have to see. Immediately vaulting the window. He's going to have to use a watch here. Is Wax going to get the watch out and just leave, or is he just spraying and praying, as you do against first officer's wax. Is going to commit here. Does have a substantial amount of wax on first officer, but it is going to be getting off here. No confined, so he might be able to get to the tram here, actually. Ooh, did he get on the tram? He did not get on the tram, but apparently Wax is just going to leave him just in case. Doesn't want to chase that first officer. Is going to go onto this antiquarian here. I believe he has blink, or is that teleport? That is blink. So that will be blink on the antiquarian here. But once again, antiquarian, huge counter. You know, you get waxed up. Wax is doing a beautiful job right here. Going to be priming that antiquarian's wax. That is going to be first hit here. Might be a blink through the wall here. Is going to blink through a wall. Ooh, very, very good mind game here from the wax artist. Getting the antiquarian down quite quickly from the start of the chase. Is going to opt to chair here at fake 11. Ciphers are looking decently healthy. They do have quite a bit of progress. Yep, that's going to be 2 ciphers popped. First officer is going to get seen out here. I believe, and the insolence is going to give him full presence here. If he is going to look for the double down here. Oh, not looking for the double down. Okay, I thought he was going for a bit of a glob situation there. That is going to be the down on Ante. Cheese here, just looking for a place to lie low, looking for a place to lie down, making sure to die away from ciphers. This is a very good place to die. The only issue is Weeping Clown here. Weeping Clown is getting on the rocket a bit early here. Has to avoid this hit here. Is going to avoid the hit, I believe here. Yeah, is going to avoid the hit. Might just opt for the frozen. Yep, is going to get the frozen hit just so he can get that damage on him. Ooh, does get a bit of a speed boost forward. The damage is a bit too much there. Going to be churning fake 8 once again on another cipher. But the plan, I believe, there was to have the Weeping harass, let the anti-user stick there. Weeping is going to get a drink from the barmaid, but he does see that out. Ooh, this is kind of bad. This is very bad, actually. Not even kind of bad. A lot of wax on the barmaid, and he does have his hot wax up. It might look like it is going to be a down, and he does miss the hit. Misjudging where the barmaid was going to go after the hot wax takes effect here. They are going to be selling cheese. RIP cheese. Beautiful first kite though with the stick there. But wax artist just true to the meta, very strong, getting out the the barmaid does hop early, and Vault goes into the hunter. Very questionable decision here. I believe she's trying to stay away from the cipher here, but I think the wax artist knows that. Yep, is going to chair on the first officer cipher, and he's just going to permablock this cipher. This is, the pressure that Wax has late game, as we talked about, just blocking off that cipher, keeping it blocked. He's just gonna permablock because it's right here. And it doesn't even matter if they rescue. It's not even close to primed. Reverie Survivor's here in a really, really tight spot. Weeping has to be very careful here. Is gonna cancel his rocket and get a hot wax on him. Oh, I believe first officer is just gonna have to watch. Yeah, he's gonna have to watch here, and get this rescue. He does get hit here. He is gonna get the rescue before half. Trying to body block. Maybe. Oh, he's gonna fall down. That is gonna be a down on the barmaid, because she doesn't have flywheel, and he's just gonna block off that cipher again and again and again. It is looking like a potential 4K elimination here. And as we said, a tie is all Puerty needs. So if they say goodbye to this barmaid, Weeping Clown trying to go for a stun there. Unfortunately, Wax Artist seeing it, got that beautiful dodge, just avoiding that. But yeah, if we do say goodbye to any one of these survivors, we will be saying congratulations to Puerty. Weeping has no way to get over the chair here. He might be. I would just pick him. I'll just pick up the first officer, or chase him, like force out. Picking up right next to the wax artist. Oh, bit of a misstep from the first officer here. No items, nowhere to run, completely out in the open, picking up right next to the wax artist here. And he still does know where Weeping Clown is, and he has trade available. It is looking like we are going to unfortunately say goodbye to Reverie Survivors. Ooh, very risky blink there. Not close enough to the window, but I do believe he's still going to see it down here. Getting the flywheel out, and yeah, we're going to see a 4K on the side of Puerte's Hunter here. Yeah, so that will be, I believe, the victory for Puerte here. Once again, Reverie did an amazing job with keeping away from ciphers. Weeping after the original harass failed, just keeping out of that range, avoiding getting that double down there, which would have been crucial. It would just be so bad. But yeah, I believe we will be congratulating Puerte. GG's. Yep. Puerte will be taking the victory here. The final score being 16-9. Once again, Reverie did a fantastic job, but PT's Hunter just on top of that, top of their game, just taking every opportunity they possibly can. We love to see it. All right. Once again, thanks for having me. My name is BT or Father Milk, or I don't really care what you call me. I'm just here to take a bit of the stress off Lozy. Thank you for having me. This was great. And be sure to tune into the next matchup, which I believe is here in 15 minutes. All right. I'm out of here.